Good morning, everybody. Let's try that again. Good morning, everybody. It's August 27th. It's a Sunday. It's the last Sunday in August. Do me a favor, wherever you're joining me from around the world, please type in where you're joining me and have your students already gone back to school in your area. So either a yes or a no. Put that in along with it. Always nice to see where we have people joining us from. I know every session we do this about once a month. I get people from literally all over the world. Although I guess we haven't gotten Antarctica yet. And you might even see something that says, please let StreamYard access your Facebook to comment. So hopefully you'll do that. And always remember that you can subscribe to me wherever you're finding this, on YouTube, on LinkedIn, or on Facebook, so that you're notified every time that I go live. Typically, I do this the first Sunday of every month, but with Labor Day, I want to take the day off. So I'm doing this 1 week early. And again, I'm glad you're here today. Always takes a little bit of time. Hey, Heidi, that was a big purse last night at Travers, 1.25. Great to see that you were out there as well. Good morning, Allison. Glad you're here. Sherry, oh, we got the usuals are here with us today. That's fabulous. The rest of you, don't be shy. I know as you jump in, it takes a while for the algorithm to tell everybody that they're there. I want to make sure that I welcome you. There we go, Nigeria. Glad you're here this morning at Adeyemi, and Jonathan from London, and Nancy from Southern Pines. Today, I'm going to answer your questions, and one I'm going to spend a little bit of time with on relocating a store and how to know if that's a good thing or not. That's going to be a main focus for this. But if you'll stay around till the end, this is my little teaser. I'm going to take you behind the scenes of a business makeover I'm doing in upstate New York. It's very exciting because, quite frankly, a lot of the speeches and conventions that normally would have been planned for this year would have been planned during COVID. So a lot of us speakers are like, what are we doing? And for me, it's opened a whole new opportunity to be doing what I really love as well as speaking, which is doing business makeovers. It's a kind of a complex process I'm doing, but I thought I would tell you just a little bit so that you can get in my eyes and what I look at. If that sounds interesting to you, you can always say, show me more. But you have to wait to the end because, hey, I got to get it as long as possible so that the algorithms churn up and tell everybody that they should be watching. Good morning, Mehmet from Turkey. Good morning, Vikas from India, Ikstan from Indonesia, Maud from India as well, and Buenos Aires. We have a lot of people. So again, don't be shy. As soon as you jump in, you just type in where you join me from, and if your students gone back to school yet around you. So we'll get going. And by the way, if you have a question while I am live, you can type it below and I will go through and answer it as well. I am Bob Phibbs, the retail doc. I've been doing this for about 30 years. I do sales and marketing training for an awful lot of people. My focus is always about the on site experience between your four walls. And so Danielle's first question here certainly is an interesting one. We're being forced to relocate our stores. We have two potentials, low inventory and commercial spaces here. One is almost twice the size of the other and obviously priced higher too. What are some of the top things to consider when looking at a new space, and when is a larger space justified? That is a great question, Danielle. And so I took a lot of notes here because I want to be sort of complete. I don't think I've done a blog on this, but now you made me think maybe I should. First off, I think for a lot of times we have people, business owners, who decide, oh, if I just move my store, I would be more competitive and I'd make more money. Maybe, but maybe you haven't figured out how to do a store right. And so just moving just exacerbates the problem, particularly if you're going to go to bigger stores. So obviously, the first thing you're looking at, and I would look at, is foot traffic. Do you have enough foot traffic if you're a specialty store that people are walking by and they would stop to walk in? Or the traffic on your street, is it at a miles per hour 25 or 30 where people can look into your windows, or is it going to be 45 or 55 where people are speeding by? Because I'll tell you, the path to hell is paved by, oh, we have a lot of traffic going by our store. Maybe if it's not traffic that could buy from you, doesn't really matter. The demographics, of course, you should know that. So I would say look at your mailing list, look at the zip codes of people that buy from you, and then you can do profiles. I imagine ChatGPT could help you with this as well. Just ask it to analyze this and find similar zip codes in the city you're considering. So that would be one, because obviously you want like people who already meet with success with you. The competition, of course, see what it is. I'm not as worried about that, because I think anyone who has a better job will always get the business. And frankly, when you open a new store, everybody goes because it's like the new kid in school. Oh, what is that person like? And then they find out, and if you do a great job, then they don't go back to the place they used to go. They just stop going there. So that's important. The accessibility, again, it's not just people walking down the street, but when I was in the coffee business, and I don't know if you remember, but I was the chief marketing officer for It's a Grind Coffee. We had 135 stores before I finally said, I can't do this. I have to do retail doc full time. And we were the coffee house on Showtime's Weeds. Mary Louise Parker was walking around with our logo all the time. Anyway, a mom that sells pot. Great thing to tell your franchisees. It's great branding. Anyway, that was a little side note. The one thing we would look at, though, is how are people ingress and egress? In other words, how are they getting into your center and how do they get out? Because very few people will go and make a U-turn to come to your store. Also, if they have to come out and there's no light and it's tricky and they've got to look and it's all of those things, you've got to be thinking like the customer, because it all comes together at that last moment. Like, that was really hard to get on. I don't think I'll go there again. Starbucks has mastered this, but also Starbucks can get away with almost going anywhere, and people will find a way to turn around and go there, right? But if you're not Starbucks, you have a higher bar you have to meet with that. And then obviously the least benefits. So are you able to extend it? And by the way, any of you who are watching this, if you have any tips you could add about relocating, put them in there. But I think, if you're going to get a space twice as large, how are you going to sell it? That's my first thing. That's the big thing that makes you wonder. Just getting more stuff. A lot of retailers go through, say, oh, we'll just add another line. And then the store gets junked up and there's no clear idea of what you're doing, and you don't have a clear path how to sell it. So what do you end up doing? Discounting it. So the margins you might have been getting in a smaller store have been given away because you're paying people to come to you. And again, if your sales keep going up, you've come out of COVID, you've figured this out, life is good, customers are asking for something else. Well, maybe this is a great time for you to add another department or something. And if you're planning to open, something where it's got maybe an event center, that you can do tastings or you can do small events, maybe that's it. Maybe if you're a furniture store, you haven't had enough room to really showcase a room, that might be a good idea. But those things aren't typically going to make you more money. So just be considered that the cost versus the gain is there. And so I think the more that you understand about what you are doing right now and who your customer is and is not, then you have to be able to say, well, if I double my rent space, you may not have to double your crew, but you definitely better look at it going up at least 50%. And that's a cost that most people don't think, because they go, oh, well, we could just handle it like it is. I can tell you the number one thing that is pissing me off more and more as I travel the world is so few people doing work. And the people who are there, 9 times out of 10, are leaning on the counters, or you'd think that was just the horriblest, worst job to have to be working in a restaurant or a retail store or doctor's office. It doesn't matter. This is grim feeling. And if you have that in your store, I think you're going to be really limited, because people want to go out and feel good about themselves. If I'm going to open my wallet and not have my girlfriend, boyfriend have me pay by Apple Pay, it's going to take somebody understanding that it's about creating a moment where I feel I matter. And the only way you're going to make customers feel they matter is to make your employees feel that they matter. So I hope that makes sense. Hey, do me a favor and let me know. Does that make sense to you? Give me a yes. Let me know that you're out there. Put a Y. Let me know you're out there. By the way, you can also tell your friends that I do the Retail Doc online program lives every first Sunday of the month, except August. There you go. All right. Bob asks, in your question answer session last month, you said the baby boomer generation does not like to wait in lines. What was your source of that information? I don't know, Bob. I would have given it to you at the time. I move on pretty quickly. I know it was also in the newsletter, but trust me, it was in a study that's pretty well established. I am Generation X and I can't stand waiting in lines either when I'm purchasing things. On the flip side, even the operational goals for fiscal year next year is fast and friendly service. Shouldn't all customers be serviced the same and not just single out the baby boomers? Not really what I was saying, Bob. The point was, People hate to wait, and baby boomers are going to give you no more than 3 minutes before they walk out. That was the point. And the Gen Z, who you would think is the most impatient because they wanted everything and the phone and everything, is actually the most lenient on that. Am I telling you you should only worry about baby boomers? No, that wasn't the point. But the days of going, we'll be right with you. I did a mystery shop of a company. I guess it was July, and the salesperson didn't say anything to the person that walked in for 15 minutes, and the shopper said, "I would have been gone long before this. I'm only staying because you paid me to do a mystery shop." So the point of that was that you have to greet everybody and you don't have them wait. I hate these. At least other thing I'm hating right now is people putting on these signs. Um, Please be considerate. Everybody, the world is shorthanded. We need your understanding. I don't need to hear that. Shut the hell up and hustle. That's my point. That if you're going to go through and you have time to make a sign and try to make me feel guilty because I'm waiting 45 minutes for your dinner that I went out of my cocoon to get and hopefully feel better about myself, and now I'm thinking like, what the hell is this? It's a small place, and you're like, see the sign, everybody's, well, great, then I'll just stay home. And that's the danger for retail right now. This idea that people will wait. A good buddy of mine, Neil Saunders, he's a analyst out of Phoenix, and he loves taking pictures of Macy's and Kohl's stores in total disarray. I'm like, dude, do you do anything else? You're like undercover boss. And the pictures he shows, you just would be mortified that stores are left that way. But it's the same idea, like, oh, well, we're shorthanded. Well, then close some stores or limit your hours or get out there and pay $19 an hour. I don't care what it is. But this idea that it would be better to put a sale on and cut margin than to put that money into your employees is screwed up. I don't know how people get there. But I'll tell you, the more that happens, the less likely we are to want to come back to a brick and mortar store. As same thing in online. I ordered something and I from a fairly large company, and it's like it'll be shipped September 9th. I'm like, really? September 9th? What's the point of that? So anyway, by the way, stay tuned because I am going to show you a few scenes of my business makeover and what I'm working on. Quick hellos to Paula out there in South Africa. Glad you're here today. Michael in Belgium. Glad you're here today. Heidi has a point here. I would add in a significant marketing budget to get the word out. Yes, that's a great point. That's a great point, Heidi. Thanks for adding that. And Michael, in Belgium, we do not like that salespeople come to us. Well, that's maybe you, Michael, but I can tell you wherever I've done sales training around the world, you find that sometimes we have been giving what we like, and that if we just change it, people like it even more. That's why I think so many people have come to New York, so many international tourists come to New York to shop, and certainly in Los Angeles, and they get different attention they do at home. What does that say? They're going to go shopping when they go out. So consider that. All right, Chris asks, is there such a thing as a specialty shop when the majority of manufacturers sell their goods online and often at a discount rate? I think you're confusing things, Chris. A specialty shop means, and like in your case, this is my, only because I love using these as a prop. I use them every time. This is my world. So you're going to see everything that I see in my world. So that's what makes it special. This is Bob's specialty shop. So whatever I'm going to come up with is through my eyes. That's what makes it a specialty shop. It's not like I'm a specialty cheese store. Well, if you're a cheese store, that makes you pretty special anyway, right? So the danger is that you so commodify your store that everything looks the same. It's not displayed with much panache or flair, and it's just about price, 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 price. And in that case, yes, the manufacturers can clean your clock. But even then, I think the conceit of retailers that, oh, well, my manufacturer's selling online. Who doesn't know that? And if some of your customers are shopping you and shopping online, leave that. Use your choice muscle and say, I can't control that. But what I can control is when a woman comes into my store and she's looking for a widget, I can go through and I can upsell her and I can make her feel like she's the most valuable person in the world. And then because she feels she matters, she's going to tell her girlfriends. That's a hard mark to hit consistently. I've said it before, retail is a game of being brilliant on the basics again and again and again. There is no mystery to it. When I go into a store and it's failing, it's like, yep, yep, yep. I don't sit there and like, wow, I've never seen that. Of course you can see it. But if I can see it, your customers can see it. So there you go. Hey, good morning. I'm glad you're here with us today, Meg from Bear Lake, Michigan. Must be apple time by there, unless you're already in cherry season is come and gone. Sharon asks, how do I reach new customers? She's in a rural 18,000 person market. She's selling jewelry in a coffee shop. She's doing some radio and some TV. She posts daily on social. I would question what you're posting on social. I think a lot of people post on social like, uh, 20% off or this just in, and that gets old. I don't need that in my feed. I've got enough ads that do that. If you want to follow someone, because she's on the call with me this morning, you should definitely follow Lifestyles of Saratoga. Heidi does an amazing job. I don't know what else you do, Heidi. She has 4 stores or 5, and her social media is always interesting and different and fun, and it takes a lot of work. As going back to Shannon, she says, I'm thinking about doing direct mail for our top 200 and a Black Friday flyer. Shannon, I think absolutely direct mail is the unsung hero of an awful lot of retailers right now because you have their name and address. These are people who have given you money, and that's really, really important that you go through and you hold on to them. And maybe they don't need something today, but they remember you, connect with them, and you remind them. As far as a Black Friday, if you're a small retailer, I'm not a big one for Black Friday because typically the big boys and girls have already taken that market, the Targets, the Walmarts, the deals that now are coming out, October 1st, Black Friday sales, and it's not for 8 weeks. But I would say you would want to come into the Small Business Saturday. I think that more people are looking for things then. So consider that. Yes, I would agree. It is getting harder to get through the noise, Heidi, and you have to pay more money. And I run into it myself. I look back to the stats of when I first started Facebook Lives, for example, and it would be amazing. 100,000 views, and you're like, amazing! I am amazing. And now you're like, can just one person? Can you just like me? Can someone just share? Anyone? So what I have to do is after I do this, I'm going to go through and I have to boost it because that way at least I get to the people who like and know me. So there you go. By the way, before I forget, Shannon reminded me that if you're considering any kind of holiday sale, this is your heads up. It's time to start planning. You got 90 days until Black Friday and only 120 days until Christmas. So don't leave yourself with just weeks to say, oh, what do I do now? I'm not sure. All right. So let me show you a little bit of what this business makeover is. We're in upstate New York. Let's see. Can I share this? Of course I can. Will I? Sweet. Let's make it bigger. Let's get it even. Is that as big as I can go? I guess that's as big as I can go. Right, because it's vertical. So this is a beverage center. Beverage centers are typically beer stores obviously in upstate New York, and this is typically the way you see most of the product. It is in straight lines that go back, very much like a grocery store. And let's see if I can. So when I came in and looked at it, yes, these are my very expensive graphics that I'm using with you this morning. I saw that you're at the front of the store is down by at the bottom. And most people would pretty much walk in the store and make a left turn and go right to the coolers on the left, leaving all of that area empty. And I said, we've got to fix that. So my new envisioning of the store is there's going to be a new area. We're calling it the front porch. That'll be in the front where seasonal things happen. They can do tasting other things. But all of the giant 20-foot long aisles will be broken down to about 12 to 10 feet with end caps on it that will act like a feather that goes down through the store. So as you come in, you'll actually see these 10 end caps. You'll see which part of the beverage center fits you, and then the coolers will still be. That won't change anything, but that's the goal. And so this is a example that as you walked into the store on the far left, by the registers was this. It's a beautiful Sam Adams graphic that they had, and all of the Sam Adams. The problem is that if you came in for beer, you came in through the store and you went to the cooler and you got all your stuff. And as you're coming back, it's up on the right. Well, you've already picked out your beer. That's the problem, that it's in the wrong place. So I said, all right, well, what can we do with that area? Because I don't want to put more beer over that. That's not it. And so we are making this water world. And so Saratoga, who is a big one in the area, we've started the transformation last week. And I said, what are we going to do with that wall? So I said, well, I'm going to get a wave. I think you can see this. This is a actually a wave machine. Their bottles are a sparkling blue like that. And this is in my this is my office. I was just trying to get this going this morning, and that's about 40 inches. We're going to get one that's about 70. I've toyed with doing either the blue light or the white, but I think the white will look really good. And plus, they're LEDs and they'll light up that wall really nice. And you'll have motion, which is what gets people's attention. So that's what I'm working on, and you can stay tuned to see how it all comes out. But the key to all of it is always just try it. You just try it, and you say, "Yeah, I think this is going to work. I think this is going to work. We'll see what that." We'll see what that wave projector. I think so, Heidi. We'll see what that does for that wall, and then it gets your attention because again, water isn't something you're probably going in there just for that. You're probably going in for something else. And they have other beverages as well. You know, they've got colas and uh, all kinds of energy drinks and teas and all that stuff. But if you saw that, that water world should get your attention enough that it gets your attention. And we're kind of on a deadline. We're also doing a brand makeover, and there's several stores. So this is the first one. So our goal is to get it right for this one and then get feedback and then proceed. So that's what I'm working on. That's what's exciting me today. What is exciting you today? Because today is hopefully most of you is a day off, but you have to think about what's that excitement unleash when you try something different. So whether it's going to be your marketing, whether it's going to go through in your hiring, paying more and seeing what happens, holding them more accountable. Obviously, if you want to get more out of your crew, you should train them. And one of the most basic things is sales training, which I do. Sales RX, my online retail sales training program. It's so funny when people join. The number one thing Megan asks people is like, "So, why'd you join Sales RX?" "Oh, I followed Bob for years." It's almost like unless you followed Bob for years, they don't seem to show up, right? So when someone says, "Oh, I just Googled you and found it," it's like, "Oh, that's interesting." But what's interesting is nobody can say, "Oh, this is what tripped my switch today." I went to the CPA and he said, "You got to raise sales," or "My wife said this," or "My husband said." It's not like that. Suddenly it just hurts enough to stay the same. And that happens a lot because a lot of times we think, "Oh, well, it's just what it is." But I can tell you, when you do a makeover and you can actually see, like, one category we already moved is up 30%. 30%. Just moving it. Existing product, not even new. But unless you're willing to try it and change something, I think you settle for pennies and you're walking over dollars. So, with that in mind, I'm Bob Phibbs, the retail doc. Do me a favor, leave me a comment. I read all comments, even after the broadcast. And feel free to share this with your friends because ultimately it's a small part of the world that gives a damn about customer service or doing better. You're watched this for 23 whole minutes, and I hope you got out a lot out of it. Oh, because that's really what it's about, is sharing that joy and that passion of retail with you. Thanks again. I'm Bob Phibbs, the retail doc.